Well, it's one of the most diverse cities in Minnesota, Brooklyn Park, and its new mayor, Hollis Winston, is making history. He hasn't been on the job long, but he's ready to tackle some key issues. Sharon sat down with the mayor to ask him what is next for Brooklyn Park and its residents.
Just this past November, Brooklyn Park elected its first African-American mayor. Now that he has 1 month under his belt, Mayor Winston shares his visions for the sixth largest city in Minnesota.
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about it. It's a privilege, I mean, it's a lot of work. We were talking about this earlier. It's a ton of meetings, but it's really an opportunity to affect positive change. So I've had experiences where I've been in a leadership role, so it wasn't really daunting, and my leadership style isn't, it's not the type where it's overly aggressive. I like to have other people's opinions.
What was your platform when you were door knocking, when you were campaigning? What did the people talk to you about?
Violent crime was at the top of the list. Housing was another one. So we have Huntington Place, which is our state's second largest, I want to say, housing complex. 2,500 to 3,000 people live there. They are dealing with, more so than they were dealing with, pest problems, livability questions. How are we going to continue to develop things? How are we going to get the restaurants and the stores and development that people want? And then surprisingly, and we're working on this, for folks in Brooklyn Park, hard water. So we've got some of the hardest water, most minerals in Minnesota, right? Like it destroys dishes, it destroys water softeners, pipes. It's very hard on the infrastructure.
How do you as mayor prioritize what you are trying to work on?
It's all of us kind of coming together saying, well, what are we hearing from the community? What is staff hearing? Because they hear things from a different angle than we do. But then part of it is like there are some basic blocking and tackling that we can all agree on, and crime is one of them, right? If people need to feel safe where they live. You can't bring the type of development you want unless you're addressing crime.
You're the first black mayor of Brooklyn Park. You didn't set out to just get that title.
No. Mayor Sharon Sells Belton, I always got to get it right. She did it in Minneapolis, and then you have Mayor Carter in St. Paul. So it's been done, right? Still, there's a huge kind of expectation, right, to bring voices to the table that have not always been brought to the table. And along with that, I've kind of told people that, now that you're in office through me, there's a responsibility to govern. For me, the diversity in Brooklyn Park is a point of pride. I don't think it's always been treated as a point of pride. We are kind of this, to me, shining jewel in the northwest suburbs because we have this specific size, but we've got this diversity as well. Now we've just got to help people see what we have here.
Sharon reporting there. Just last month, Mayor Winston was invited along with 12 other mayors to the White House to talk about what kind of federal resources are available to local cities. He was the only mayor from the Midwest invited to that meeting.